Hi guys, well after months of no new releases since the magnificent Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the Nintendo Switch has been inundated with new racing game releases in the last few weeks. Recent releases include ports of MXGP3 and Mantis Burn Racing, which we looked at during EGX. There's also now finally a car racing game available too, with the release of Gear Club Unlimited, not to be confused with Drive Club or Test Drive Unlimited. We'll be looking at these new releases very shortly, but first we're starting with the new Nintendo Switch release of Rocket League. This game of course needs no introduction. I mean, what is there to be said about Rocket League that hasn't been said already? Its initial release as a free download on PlayStation Plus catapulted it into the monumental success it is today, and its popularity is showing no signs of slowing down. It was also ported to the Xbox One last year to reach an even wider audience, and now it's arrived on the incredibly successful Nintendo Switch platform. If in the unlikely event you've never played Rocket League before, in simple terms it's a game that combines cars with football. It's easy to pick up and play, but there's a surprisingly steep learning curve. It takes a lot of skill to master, which is why it's so popular in esports today. The ball is physics-based, so you need to adjust your angle and trajectory when you hit it. You can also make your car jump and take shots in mid-air, which adds another tactical element to the gameplay. Another testament to its success is that you don't necessarily need to be a football fan to enjoy Rocket League. I'll freely admit I hate just about everything about football. I think the last football game I played was FIFA 98 on the PS1. And yet I can happily spend hours playing Rocket League. It's an incredibly fun and satisfying experience, and none of that has been lost in the Switch version. Matches only last 5 minutes, so you can play it in short bursts. This makes it ideal for playing on the go in handheld mode, but it's easy for those 5 minutes to quickly turn into 5 hours. Trust me, if you're already addicted to Rocket League, the Nintendo Switch version won't do you any favours, because it's even more addictive. Being able to play it wherever you go just makes it even harder to put down. So Rocket League on the Nintendo Switch features some exclusive content based on existing Nintendo franchises. It includes this new Mario themed car, and you can also unlock this car based on the spaceship from Metroid Prime, with a bronze body based on the main character's iconic armour. They're nice additions that will appeal to Nintendo fans. Also, in a nice touch, they feature series-specific sound effects. I like how the Mario car makes the jump sound from the Mario games, for example. It's great that they took the time to add those details. I mean, the developer could have easily just ported the game over without any new content, and it still would have sold well. System exclusive cars were also added to the PS4 and Xbox One versions as well. On PS4 you can drive Sweet Tooth's ice cream truck from Twisted Metal, and the Xbox One version features the Armadillo from Gears of War. Seasons let you play through multiple matches, but there's no campaign mode or anything like that in Rocket League. There is incentive to keep playing though, as you unlock new cars and customization options that let you add new wheels and antennas, or you can change the engine sounds and boost trail effects. Or add Mario themed hats in the Switch version if you want. All cars from the original game are available, along with licensed DLC that you can purchase, such as the Back to the Future DeLorean and the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. My only gripe is that this isn't quite a definitive version of Rocket League. The Xbox One release bundled in the Supersonic Fury, Revenge of the Battle Cars and Chaos Run DLC to kind of compensate for it being released a year after the PS4, so it's a shame that the Nintendo Switch version comes with less content. Now, Rocket League was ported to the Nintendo Switch by Panic Button, the same developer responsible for the respectable Doom port. It's no secret that the Switch console is underpowered compared to the PS4 and Xbox One, and Rocket League does suffer from some visual compromises as a result, particularly in handheld mode. Like the Doom ports, texture quality has been downgraded, and there's also no anti-aliasing, so you'll notice some jagged edges on the cars. Rocket League also runs at an adaptive resolution on Switch. In docks mode it runs at a locked 720p resolution, but in handheld mode this dips to around 526p, and changes dynamically depending on the stadium you're playing in. Distant objects can look quite pixelated sometimes, which isn't ideal as it can occasionally be hard to see opponents. These compromises were necessary, however, to make the game run at a solid 60 frames per second, and the controls are as tight and responsive as the original game as a result. The game runs exceptionally smoothly, which is important as this keeps the action fast paced. Besides football, Rocket League also has other modes that were added post-launch on other systems, so Switch players aren't missing out on anything. Hoops is essentially basketball, where you have to shoot the ball into the air to get it into the hoop. And there's also Snow Day, which is a ice hockey themed mode. They're fun diversions that add more variety, and the basketball and hockey puck physics are completely different to the core game, that require different tactics. Rocket League is best played with other people, and the Switch version supports online cross-platform multiplayer with Xbox One and PC players, so you won't struggle to find an online match. From what I've played, it works absolutely flawlessly with no noticeable lag issues whatsoever. Up to 2 players can also play local multiplayer using the Joy-Cons, which works well on the handheld, despite the Switch's small screen. The only downside is that you can't move the camera around as you only have one analog stick. Overall then, Rocket League is very easy to recommend on the Switch. It may lack the visual fidelity of the other versions, but it still offers the same fast-paced fun that made the original game so addictive, and the ability to play it on the go definitely won't cure that addiction. Anyway, I'm going to get back to playing Rocket League and let it consume some more of my life. If I can tear myself away, we'll have some more Racing Game Switch coverage coming soon to the channel and the website, so stay tuned for that.